So, very much related to this truth about using our spiritual gifts is that we need to think about ourselves from God's perspective. We think about ourselves from God's perspective. And we read about that in Romans 12, verse 3.
For by the grace given to me, I tell everyone among you not to think of himself more highly than he should think. Instead, think sensibly, as God has distributed a measure of faith to each one.
So, Van, I summarized this verse that we need to think about ourselves from God's perspective. How would you put that in your own words as you summarize Romans 12:3?
Don't have an exalted view of self or a false, lowly view of self. Instead, have an accurate yet lowly self-assessment so that you don't think too highly of yourself by thinking that I know more theologically or I'm stronger in the faith. Paul is saying, don't think you're above any member of the body.
Yeah, and then sometimes when we think too highly of ourselves, we think that we don't need others or others don't need us. As Van said, that we're somehow above it. But if we see ourselves as needy, dependent creatures, both ourselves and the people around us, very naturally we're going to start asking the question, what do other people need of us? And then how can we serve them? So I think that this is a foundational truth for getting involved more actively in the body of Christ.